2 games that they played in. The Stripes will have their first punt of the afternoon. Sorry, Brendan.
No, you're good. I was just going to say most quarterbacks would pray for a guy that size just to be able to just throw out like he did.
So down to about the 38-yard line, 39. It's going to be a short punt of about 23 yards as the Stripes got an unfavorable bounce. So the Stars, with their second offensive possession of the game, their first went 3 and out. So let's see if they can get something going here. Again, quarterback Jacob Rowell leads them on their second series. He started the game as well.
So far on the offense end, it's been a lot of screenplays. Let's see if they do a little different.
Yeah, whistle blown, flag down. False start looks like it's going to be called on the offense. So add to the degree of difficulty here on first down. It'll be 1st and 15.
And I just think that's the excitement from the offense. You got that sack from your defense. You're able to get back on the field. You got good, decent yardage because the punt wasn't too great. So now you're kind of trying to get ready and get maybe to their 20, at least, to the red zone.
Jacob Rowell, 519 rushing yards, 1,299 passing yards, 12 passing TDs, and an additional 1 rushing as he hands it off to number 24. Gets most of the penalty yardage back, does number 24 running back Anthony Hawkins out of Hickory Grove in North Carolina.
And he has 1,430 yards, so please believe he's going to be that guy that's going to run those yards, and he's also Max Prep Player of the Year.
Nice. So 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Stars. Back to the original line of scrimmage at their own 39. Rowell to pass, swings it out to the right side. Number 4 finds first down yardage and then some. That is wide receiver. That is Caleb Blaylock out of Valiant Cross in Montgomery, Alabama.
That was a perfect call for a screen pass. Everybody was rushing in. The secondary wasn't prepared for a screen pass that time, and, man, that shoelace barely saved the defense on that one. So he had nothing but green grass ahead of him.
Handoff again. Positive yardage on first down. I believe that was Anthony Hawkins again on the carry. They give him 4. 2nd and 6 upcoming.
In the inside rush zone, just able to get 5 yards just to get you good yards to do whatever at this point. You can either pass it, you can run it again and get some more yards. I would maybe hang on to the guy if you could.
4 wide receivers in the formation, balanced set. Running back Hawkins offsets to the right. Quarterback Rowell looking to throw. Nobody open, so he takes off and runs it, lowers his shoulder, and gets the first down close to the 35, maybe 36-yard line.
As you can see that speed, he waited patiently, and then as soon as he saw everybody was covered, he just took off and got that first down. He even fought for a few yards, so he's a big quarterback. He's able to get that extra yardage.
Bessemer Academy, a AISA powerhouse in Bessemer, Alabama, where Rowell is from. Didn't quite have the year they usually do, but we expect them to bounce back as a handoff this time. Number 11 is met at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards. That is Zeke Clanton out of Bethlehem Christian in Georgia on the carry. Sorry, was that 0?
That's 0,
I'm
yes.
sorry. They've got the numbers kind of pushed up under their pads. That's Sutton Mallory from the Georgia Force on the carry that time.
And that defense was just able to win that battle in the trenches and able to gobble up him just as he's crossing that line.
Stripes running a 4-3 defense. Rowell to the left side this time, dropped. Incomplete. There was number 21, Eli Wharton from Chambers Academy in coverage.
that was a good read by him. And honestly, he should have caught that ball. But like my old coach used to say, those footsteps can get you sometimes.
Chambers Academy is the AISA powerhouse this year in Alabama. They won the highest classification in AISA state title and did so in dominant fashion throughout the season. Rowell taking off around the right side this time, tripped up after a nice gain on first down. That was number 12, Gabe Drown from the Northern Virginia Centurions.
If he would have kept his head up, he had number 5, Teddy Helton. His guy was beat, and he was able to maybe even get a touchdown off of that if he just looked upfield.
My apologies. I was looking at the wrong roster. That was T.J. Daniel on the tackle for the Stripes from Chambers Academy. Wow, look at this. The Stars are going to try a 49-yard field goal. So this is kicker Wade Register out of Trinity Christian. It looks like Sutton Mallory will have the hold. Kick is away. It has plenty of leg, and it is good. Impressive kick from that young man. A junior, again, from Trinity Christian in Dublin, Georgia.
Rarely do you see kicking from this far, 49. Usually coaches would either go for it or maybe even try to punt it. But when you got a kid that has a leg like that, take that risk.
Yeah, and apologies again. We had some technical difficulties. I'm Scott Stafford, your play-by-play announcer, along with my sidekick, Brendan Daniel, handling your color commentary. Our producer today is Spencer Tomset, and we are being directed by Jack Helwig. So we've got the A-team crew as far as the producer and director. And, of course, the color commentary guy. All right, so after the long field goal, Wade Register lines up to kick it away. Deep to receive is Lontavius Murphy. Fields it at about his own 2-yard line. Looking for some blocking there on the right side. A nice return out to the 27-yard line.
And that's all you can ask for from your receiving. Just get decent yardage, maybe. As long as it's not in the 19s, that's all we worry about. 20 and below, that's going to be a problem.
Beautiful day here in Gatlinburg. Temperature is in the low to mid-50s under partly sunny skies. Perfect football weather. So new quarterback for the Stripes. That's number 8, Drew Zack from Christ Church in Florida. He hands it off for a nice gain on first down to number 30, Luke Tarver from Chambers Academy.
As you mentioned, Drew Zack, he has 16 yards passing with 22 touchdowns. So maybe another guy that can launch the ball and throw dimes at this.
So 3 receivers in the formation this time for the Stripes. 4 receivers. Handoff to the big man, number 27, Jay Singleton out of Windsor Academy in Georgia. He gets the first down yardage out across the 40 to the 42.
And you just watch as he's waiting for the patience, that nice little gap that he can go to and get that first down. That was good blocking by the O-line.
Handoff again. More good running from number 30, Luke Tarver from Chambers Academy. 6 yards on first down to bring up 2nd and 4.
And if I'm this offense, just keep running. You got 2 great running backs, given the nice yards that you need.
Yeah, the Stripes have moved the ball very nicely on their first couple of drives here. Just had the one big negative play on their first drive that killed it.
That's what happens when you do trick plays. It's either going to work for you or it's going to really, really hurt you.
This time they wrap up Singleton close to the line of scrimmage. Gains about a yard, brings up 3rd and short for the Stripes. Again, this is the 11-man upper class game. Juniors and seniors on the field for each team. From across primarily the Southeast, we do have a couple of players from Ohio. Handoff, and stopped short of the first down is Jay Singleton. They give him a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. Let's see what Coach Tim Smith decides to do here. It looks like he is going to go for it. Making several substitutions, but quarterback Drew Zach will stay in the game, so I assume we're going for it here. Are the Stripes.
With 2 yards left, I would go just heavy and just running through this defense.
Look at this.
Triple back.
2 tight ends, wing back T formation, handoff. First down yardage for the Stripes as number 21, I believe that was 21 carrying. It was. That is Eli Wharton from Chambers Academy. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. No, that's not right.
No, you got it right.
Okay, is that right?
Yeah.
He's listed on the roster as an outside linebacker, but apparently he plays a little offense.
That's just Tim Smith for you. He's probably just played around with some players, see who can do what. And
I did hear Coach Smith talking to the guys. He said, guys, this is an all-star game. If I tell you I need you to play here, you say, yes, sir.
And hey, as this may be your last game, why not play a little running back if you can?
Pass down the middle, and it's caught. Lantavius Murphy, 42-yard touchdown strike. Perfect pass from number 8, Drew Zach.
You got a replay on that, Jack?
And he almost
Out of Christchurch.
And he almost had to catch up with that ball. This is deep. As you watch this replay, perfect throw. Now watch as he has to keep up. You can't see it there, but he had to catch up with that ball because it was a little overthrown, but he was able to get there, catch that ball, and run it in perfectly for a touchdown. Good play call by Tim Smith.
So first touchdown of the game. Comes with 3:08 to go in the first quarter, and we have a whistle blown. I believe the Stripes are going to be called for a false start here. So they'll back it up, and number 29, Luke DeGantz, is kicking for the Stripes.
Flag on the play. That'll back him up 5.
Number 6, Trent Strachan, the quarterback from the Atlas Rattlers, has the hold. Kick is up and good. So the Stripes take their first lead of the game at 7-3. So we've had a nice game here so far in the first quarter, Brendan. I mean, both teams able to score on one of their early series, and we're seeing some of the big playmakers already having an effect on this game.
Exactly, and I'm going to expect a good back and forth as this offense is now getting their hands on both sides. They're able to go. They're wearing out this defense when it comes to running or even passing the ball, and they're keeping these guys on their feet. And now maybe you can even throw back some trick plays now that you've gotten all comfortable with it.
Exactly. I was joking with Coach Tim Smith before the game. I saw him in the hallway here, and I said, you know, I'm from Evangel Christian, and he's the head coach at Evangel Christian in Alabaster, Alabama. And I mentioned, you know, no pressure, coach, but we are expecting a win today. So we'll see. He said he was trying to sandbag a little bit. He said, I don't know about our offense, but what I've seen so far, they've got some playmakers on that side of the ball. As number 5, wide receiver Cruz Giles fields it for the Stars and returns it out across the 20 before he's swarmed under.
Tim Smith has a big history when it comes to winning, as you know as well. Always going down to Florida, win national championship, even your state championship, as I believe. So I believe that if he's going to have fun with this and even pull this win out, it's just going to be a win for Evangel.
Yeah. You know, and I apologize, I don't know much about the head coach of the Stars, Christian Lane, but he's obviously got these guys ready to go as well, as they've had some nice drives here in the early going, and their defense is playing pretty well except for a couple of big chunk plays from the Stripes.
This is the moment where you figure it out, though, get your team composed and get some points on the board.
Hand off to Wade Register, who is not only a kicker, but also is your running back, or one of the running backs for the Stars.
That was a heavy run. He took a few guys with him just to get a few yards there and close to the first down.
So quarterback for the Stars on this drive is Gabe Drown out of the Northern Virginia Centurions. Tough running from Register. He gets close to the first down on that carry. Let's see if they give it to him. They do. So move the sticks. Out to the 33-yard line goes Register, and the Stars have something going here on their latest drive.
This is where you probably pull play action play right here, get the offense thrown off. Maybe they're going to send the whole house, it looks like it, as they have the backers hunching up.
Little stemming by the defensive line there. 4-man rush, 5-man rush. Now ball is out. And looks like the Stars recovered it. Number 70. That is Jordan Holt that fell on it for the Stars. Jordan is out of Ezel Harding Christian in Tennessee. Nashville area, right? No. Is that right? Okay.
Just good awareness by the offensive line. He knows the ball bouncing around and was able to plop on it as soon as he gets the chance.
Good size for that Stars offensive line.
Great size. I'm surprised the defense is able to still get through.
5 receivers in the formation, little speed sweep, and it's not fooling the Stripes as there's a penalty flag down. Let's see if Coach Smith is going to take the penalty or the play there. We also have an offensive lineman down, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you saw that, you saw a big hold there at the end there. It's very obvious.
That's Jordan Holt, who comes up a little gimpy, and he goes back down to the turf. So the penalty is declined. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, I believe. So injury timeout here. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg Bowl live from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. All right, 3rd and long for the Stars. Screenplay. Caught and upended quickly, or was he? Looked like the ball might have been out, and he was not actually down. So they say he did lose the ball and maintain possession.
Perfect screen call play right there with everybody rushing at him.
Running back Zeke Clanton out of Bethlehem Christian.
Just the rest of that secondary just able to make that play.
The ball was down.
The ball was down.
He lost the ball. I think he lost the ball maybe. But
I think
So
he lost the ball as he got hit by his feet and did a flip.
Yeah.
We'll say.
So 4th and 12, and the Stars are going to punt. Wade Register, whose name we've already called a number of times this afternoon, is going to handle the punting duties for the Stars. Looks like number 3 was almost blocked, and fair catch is called by number 3, Caleb Cameron from Christchurch. Was it one? Okay, I'm sorry. That is wide receiver Jace Ballard from Lakeway Christian in Tennessee, a junior. I like the nice big numerals, but sometimes they look like they're a little scrunched up on there.
It's just players. Some players like their jerseys scrunched up, and some of them like everybody to see who they are. It's just all about how you want to wear your uniform.
New quarterback for the Stripes on this drive. Will Welch is your signal caller. Fakes the speed sweep. Takes off and runs. Gets hit by number 11 in the backfield. O.B. Harris out of Valiant Cross in Montgomery, Alabama.
O.B. Harris just able to hit him at the legs, trip him up a little bit, just enough to, if he moves, he's going to fall.
2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So 7-3, Stripes your score. We'll be back after the break, give you the second quarter action. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl live from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Start of the second quarter, 2nd and 12 upcoming for the Stripes. Man in motion is number 1 wide receiver Jace Ballard. Kemp Swords hands it off on 2nd down. Nice run. Couple of tackles broken. Getting to the left sideline is number 27. That's Big J Singleton again.
And he's able just to be patient and wait for all his blocking. Even at the end there, he just followed his guy blocking and got that first down easily and some extra yards.
Close to midfield on that carry. Singleton gets. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Stripes on 49-yard line.
A lot of missed tackles, too. I wonder if coach is going to give it to him at halftime, tell him to wrap up.
Swords hands it off again to Singleton. Nice blocking up there. That's big 61, Kenneth Boston Jr., the Ole Miss signee.
He's showing that he can do both sides, defense and offense. Just able to get a good tackle there.
So 5-yard gain on 1st down. Again, both offenses moving the ball pretty effectively here in the first half. Stripes able to find the end zone on a long touchdown pass from Drew Zach to Lantavius Murphy in the first quarter, and That has given them the lead. Kemp Swords to throw his first pass, looking for Murphy on the left side. Little miscommunication as Murphy broke to the inside of the route, and Swords threw it to the outside.
Yeah, when stuff like that happens, it's just maybe wrong play was heard either by the wide out, and he thought he had one route, but it was a different one.
So 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Stripes. Looking to build on their 4-point lead here with 14 minutes to go in the second quarter.
That's the thing about these little practices you get. You got to learn quickly what's your routes, what you got to do, and all that. If you don't, you'll look just like that.
Little pop pass, and that's going to be a huge face mask. O.B. Harris, who's had a great game so far, got all of the face masks that time.
And every defensive guy has a little mess up here. You got a couple good plays here, and then, of course, when you just go for those type of tackles, it's going so fast. You got that block, and you just trying to make a play. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you try to just quick reaction when it comes to defense.
Yeah, Jace Ballard popped up there and immediately gave the first down signal as he knew that was going to be a penalty.
So one positive about being an offensive player, if you know how you're tackle or you know that penalty's coming, you can just go ahead and give a little taunt there.
So 4 wide receivers for Swords, who gives it off. Nice move at the line of scrimmage to avoid a defender by number 30, Luke Tarver, out of Chambers Academy in Chambers, Alabama.
It's almost like this team has their own little Sonic and Knuckles with Detroit Lions right there. You have a guy with a whole bunch of power and then a guy with a whole bunch of speed just able to get out his opportunities.
So clock runs as the Stripes. Kemp Swords trots back into the huddle along with big number 60, Gabe Bridges, also from Chambers Academy, who won the AISA Division 3A state championship in dominant fashion this year as they blew through their schedule, including a very lopsided win against our Evangel Christian Lightning down in Chambers, Alabama. Handoff again. Tarver gets maybe one this time. So they'll actually say the play failed to gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Stripes.
This defense recognizing that it was going to be a run play, and they bid on it, took that risk, and it rewarded them.
Yeah, we've seen that very similar running play, whether it's Tarver or Singleton running the ball. It's been very effective for them so far here in the first half, but not on that play. Trying to convert on 3rd and 5, a little RPO action. Pitches it out to the left side. Does Kemp Swords, and some nifty running out there by number 1, wide receiver Jace Ballard out of Lakeway Christian.
Good moves just to miss those tackles there, too. Great read by the quarterback. Swords is able to give it to the guy and get that first down and more yards.
So 1st and 10 from the Stars' 13-yard line. First trip to the red zone for the Stripes this afternoon. Their first touchdown came on a 49-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Drew Zach to Lantavius Murphy. Stars' field goal was kicked by Wade Register, a 49-yarder. And that's your scoring so far in the first half. T formation, 2 tight ends and an H-back. They're going to run it on the left side. Big hole on that side, and into the end zone for a touchdown is 21, Eli Wharton, another Chambers Academy player.
And that's just perfect execution by the offensive line, blocking it, as you see on this right here, replay. So everybody taking their reads, their blocks, and just going straight touchdown. Easy walk in.
So Luke DeGantz will line up for the extra point. Ball is, or hold is good rather, and the kick is good. Nice job by quarterback Trent Strachan. Snap was a little bit low, but he managed to get the hold down, and the extra point is good. So the Stripes take a 14-3 lead. So what do the Stars need to do offensively to get some momentum going here in the first half?
At this time, the Stars just need to get some type of points on the board, even if it's just a field goal. You got to get some type of
got to keep
motion
up,
going.
right?
Yeah, because if you're just going to let this team take over, we all know Tim Smith very well. He's not going to let up. He's going to keep pounding the ball if you let him.
So the final score of the previous game was 28-3, I believe, and we're sort of on pace to match that number here unless the Stars can get something going.
They're going to need to. Coach is going to have to pull a lot out of his playbook. Christian Lane, I hope you got something down there.
8-man Rising Stars was the first game of this Gatlinburg All-American Bowl Saturday. Short kickoff, fielded around the 20. Hit immediately and driven out of bounds is number 89. That's Shepard Jones out of Northern Virginia.
Shepard Jones on a return. It'll be first down and 10 at the 25.
So they spotted at the 25, and that's where the Stars will go to work, needing to get really into the end zone for a confidence builder in this all-star matchup.
I say they need to pull out a big play here soon just to get the momentum going on their side, at least get a couple first downs and get you into the other side of their field.
They're going to go to the running game here on first down and swarmed under by, looked like the first man there for the Stars, I'm sorry, for the Stripes was number 9, Hudson Patrick out of Cabarrus in North Carolina.
These Stripes defense, I mean, every single guy is in double digits when it comes to tackles. And we even have a few of them have a good couple tackle for loss, too.
Cabarrus Stallions play in the Southeastern Independent Conference. Won that conference championship this year. And we have a whistle. Looks like there's maybe too many men on the field for the defense. Let's see. I count 3, 6, 9. I count 11. Okay.
A miscount by the ref. It happens.
You know, some of these big guys look like they're really 2 players. You know? Looking to throw on second down. Tosses it out to the left side. Man wide open is number 4. Let's see, there's 2 number 4s. That's the gold helmet. We'll go with Caleb Blaylock from Valiant Cross in Montgomery, Alabama.
And that's the perfect play call, just a roll out, get your quarterback out the pocket. He's been having problems in the pocket. He's not been able to really stay in there. And just gets here wide open, wide out for a good first down.
Again, this is an all-star game where a lot of the players get to pick their numbers if they want to, and it's okay to have 2 guys or multiple guys with the same number when they're playing on different sides of the ball. A little more challenging when you're an announcer when they play on both sides. We got 2 number 4 wide receivers on the Stars roster. Pitch this time to the left side. That's number 24, Anthony Hawkins Jr., who does not share a number with another player, so that was an easy one to call. So loss on the play.
This defense is not letting up. I see every single person on that defense was on that play.
Yeah, my apologies. They give him forward progress of a yard, so 2nd and 9 upcoming, Brendan. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. The refs are actually being nice out here, it looks like.
So 3 wide receivers bunched to the bottom of the formation. Looking to throw across the middle, overthrown and nearly intercepted. That was number 34 for the Stripes, middle linebacker Dylan Williams out of Central Hines in Mississippi. As that pass from Gabe Drown just a little bit too high for the intended receiver.
And he kind of had to, as you see on the replay. He kind of had to throw off his back foot because he had a guy right there in his face, and that kind of made it difficult for him to try to pass that ball there.
So 3rd and 9. Again, the Stars offense kind of having long yardage to gain on 3rd down and been their Achilles heel here in the first half.
They got to get this first down. There's no choice on this one. You do not want to give the ball back.
Four-man rush. Drown looks to the right side, got a man. That's the other number 4, Wade Comby out of the Georgia Force.
Like I said, perfect call. Wade Comby does it best for his team as he has 903 passing yards and 13 receiving yards, and 13 touchdowns. 82 yards per game reception, too, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I love a wide receiver like that.
That's solid production, Brendan. So again, 4 receivers in the formation for quarterback Gabe Drown. He will hand it off, though, and hit at the line of scrimmage by number 55 and 56. That was Sutton Mallory on the carry from the Georgia Force. Now, this is where it gets really challenging. There's 2 number 55s. I believe that was Drew Shepard from Chambers Academy and Hayes Germany from Central Hines Academy in Mississippi, who teamed up to make that stop.
They had every gap patch right there by the defense and able to beat their guy. Look how easily they're able to beat their guys off the line. Good pick.
Wow. Intercepted by number 21 for the Stripes. He's got blockers down the sideline. He's going to go. Nobody will catch him. Touchdown, Stripes. That is Eli Wharton from Chambers Academy who stepped in front of that pass and took it to the house.
If we get this replay, watch him as he's reading the quarterback easily. He sees it, bow. Just takes that ball from there and just complete yards by himself.
First mistake we've seen from really either quarterback, but Strachan would like to have that one back as he just did not see number 21, Eli Wharton. Looked like he was behind maybe a receiver or a defender for another defender for the Stripes and just stepped out of that blind coverage into the passing lane, and nice defensive play. Extra point is away and good. And this one is starting to get out of hand a bit for the Stars. This will be a big series coming up, Brendan.
Yeah, and at this point, you got to just do whatever you can just to get these points on the board. Now you got to score a touchdown. It's not even field goal anymore. You got to get 6 on the board.
So again, this is the second game of the afternoon or of the Saturday of the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. We will have one more game here at this field. There's another matchup going on the lower field as well in this All-Star weekend. You can find all of the coverage of the events of today's matchups on the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl Instagram site. Oh, sorry, it's 13-0 Honor over Grit in the lower field score. Kick is away. It's high and fielded at the 10-yard line. That's number 5 for the Stars, bringing it back. Nice return out across the 25 by Cruz Giles from Trinity Christian in Georgia.
That'll help out a little bit. I hope the quarterback has a little amnesia here as he's got to forget about that pick. That's not really on him. The corner was just able to read that play perfectly. And now you just got to get that touchdown, get those yards back.
Let's see who the Stars go with at quarterback on this drive. I didn't see who went into the huddle, Brendan. Looks like it's going to be back to number 1, Jacob Rowell from Bessemer Academy.
I feel like he does give you a better option because even maybe you can pull out a play option here.
He'll hand it off to Sutton Mallory, who goes nowhere on first down. Just hard to find running room against that Stripes defensive front.
Yeah, you almost have to think about, I have to start passing the ball more or do some trickery or maybe even do some jet sweeps here. Give the wide receivers a chance to get the ball in their hands and gain some yards on the rushing yards.
Yeah, we saw the Stripes attempt a reverse pass earlier. That's the only trick play we've seen so far in the first half. Maybe the Stars need to pull one out of the hat themselves. And running this time is number 8, Preston Laracy from the Georgia Force. He gets a couple on second down. But again, the Stars find themselves in a 3rd and long situation.
It's almost like Jacob wanted to keep the ball himself, but he was not, the running back was not letting him keep it. He was just taking it from him and trying to get the yards that he could.
Four receivers for Rowell in the formation. Laracy in the backfield. Under pressure is the quarterback. He's going to run it to the left side and just get what he can. It's going to bring up 4th and short as he's ridden out of bounds by, I believe that was number 15, Jakota Hayes for the Stripes.
He had no time right there. He had to literally rush out as soon as he hiked the ball because the Stripes were applying pressure immediately after.
Yeah, hats off to this Stripes front 6, front 7. They are not as big as the Stars offensive linemen, but they've shown that they are very athletic here in this first half as the Stars will elect to punt. Register gets it away under heavy pressure, gets this nice punt to turn over, fielded inside the 20. Nice move to elude some tacklers, and he's out across the 25 is number 1, Jace Ballard from Lakeway Christian. Ballard's been impressive here in the first half, just a junior.
Now it's all pressure on the Stars defense. They got to get a stop here, either a 3rd and out or some type of turnover in order to get their offense back the ball. And maybe even get them at this yardage where they can possibly score.
Just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Trent Strachan is the signal caller for this drive for the Stripes. He's going to throw it on first down. Throws it down the right sideline. Got a man out there. He makes the catch inside the 35. That was number 15, wide receiver Jakota Hayes from Covenant Day in North Carolina.
And what a cannon by the young quarterback and able to get it out there. And Jakota, he averaged 534 yards reception, 15.7 per yards gain.
And apologies, I think I said Jakota made that tackle on quarterback Rowell in the last drive. That was the other number 15, Connor Murray from Christchurch in Florida. Jakota's on the offensive side, as you can see. So handoff to big number 22, and tough running there as the Stars hit him in the backfield, and he goes nowhere. Nice gang tackling there by the defensive front of the Stars, as they are maybe saying they've had a little bit of enough of this offensive attack from the Stripes. Brendan?
I need more, and the coach is going to need more than that from their defense in order to get back on this game, because after that big play, the momentum is definitely on the Stripes side for sure.
So Strachan brings them to the line. Fakes the handoff this time. Looking to the left side. Nobody open, just takes off and runs it. Might have been a design quarterback run there. Gets a few yards. Looks like we're going to have 3rd and about 7 or 8 upcoming.
He at least gets it closer to about the yards where he wants, and now you can either run the ball or pass the ball at this rate. And honestly, just get a field goal out of this.
Singleton in the backfield with Strachan. Looking to throw again. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8 rather. Hitting the backfield. Spins out of a tackle. Still trying to make something happen, but the Stars' number 3, middle linebacker Josh Harper from the Georgia Force, is going to stop him for a big loss.
Trent just able to run away from this defense. They're going to have to do better on tackling because he's just able to get out any moment he can and try and make a big play, but he couldn't. That defense did exactly what they needed to do here.
So a rare 3rd and long upcoming for the Stripes. Looking at about 3rd and 18.
And this is where you hold for the defense. This is what they need right here. If you can hold and make them pump the ball, you might have a chance here to at least get a score here and maybe turn the tide, a little momentum on your side.
Stars need another big play, maybe a pick. Strachan, right side. One-on-one coverage out there. Catch is made in heavy coverage. And the ball is out. He was not down. They did not signal him down. It's in the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback for the Stars. Huge break for the defense as number 1, Jace Ballard from Lakeway Christian made a great catch, came down with the ball, and then lost it as he was gang tackled inside the 10.
Hey, he might not be able to get that interception, but he definitely was able to fight and get that strip. He made up for it. He looked slightly down, but I think he might have got that ball out perfectly just in time in order to get that touchback. Just what that defense needs in order to get back on the board.
So the Stars dodge a bullet there, and they'll take over with 2:53 in desperate need of putting some points on the board here before halftime.
No mistakes here. Offensive line needs to hold better than they have been lately. You need some type of offensive play here just to get this game close.
Stars going with Rowell at quarterback on this drive. Swings it out to the left side in front of the receiver. Looks like he was looking for Zeke Clanton out there. Sort of a wide receiver screen or a running back screen by the wide receivers blocking in front of him, but Rowell couldn't connect.
There's just too much heat from Rowell, honestly. I think he just got too excited and maybe felt some pressure from that defense because they are breathing down his neck every moment they get.
Again, 4 receivers and a 4-man rush from the Stripes. Rowell, 3-step drop, looking, flag comes in, and he just heaves it to the sideline. It looks like it's probably going to be in the area of holding by the Stars. Be interesting to see if Coach Smith takes the penalty here or lets it be 3rd and 10.
I make it 3rd and 10. Your defense has been doing a great job. They've been holding it on defense. Yep, he declined it.
Coach Smith does decline and elects to have a 3rd and 10 for his defense. I think that's a good call the way his defense has been playing.
Believe in your defense, and he for sure believes in them.
So 3rd and 10 upcoming. Got to be careful here. You want to get the first down, but you also don't want a turnover. And give the Stripes a short field here late in the first half. Good call, screen play. Running back is Wade Register, makes the reception and gets about 5 yards on 3rd down. It's going to bring up probable punting situation here.
And it looks like he just tripped over his own shoes, honestly. I don't think there was a guy around him to make him even falter down.
So it looks like the Stars are going to punt on 4th down. They'll try to regroup at halftime and see where they can find some offense. They've definitely got the players. I think it all starts up front, though, Brendan, for the Stars. Just having a lot of problems with this athletic defensive front of the Stripes.
Yeah, just that offensive line been losing in the trenches for sure. This defensive line has a nice little grapple of them and able to move them out the way to apply pressure or even tackle the running back at any moment.
Interesting here as the Stars take a timeout. Let's see if they'll think about it and decide to go for it. In the meantime, we'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. Minute 39 to go in the second quarter. Stars in punt formation. Looks like Jace Ballard is going to handle the punt return duties. He lets it bounce, and is he going to pick it up? No, he's not. He thought about it, didn't he, Brendan?
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I think I even heard the coaches yell, no, as
Yeah.
he was thinking about picking it up.
I think that's going to be about a 52-yard punt from Wade Register.
Kid's got a leg on him for sure. And he's able to get him at least below 20s every time he punts the ball off at least.
21-6 honor over grit in the game on the lower field. Which is that the 8-man upper class? Okay. So 21-6 in the 8-man upper class going on down on the lower field here at the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I believe this is the 8th edition of the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. Is that right? Asking producer Spencer Tomset. As Strachan is going to just take off and run it as he couldn't find a receiver open on first down. Tackle was made by Harper for the Stars. Josh Harper from the Georgia Force has had a nice game so far in the first half. So 2nd and 5 upcoming. Strachan to throw again. Strachan trying to find a man open, slings it sidearm. Nice catch by number 1. That was number 1, right? Yeah, that's number 1, Jace Ballard.
Great play by Jace Ballard. Just saw his quarterback in trouble. Nice little comeback to him just to get a couple first down and a few yards gain. Good side.
They go fast here on first down. Gets it out to Will Welch. Perfect pass. Leads him in the flats, and another first down for the Stripes.
And here we go. Coach is doing that up-tempo. He knows the defense can't stop him, and there's no barely substitutions being made here. Let's see what you got defense can do and try to stop this plays.
Looks like somebody's going to call a timeout here. It is the Stripes with 54.8 seconds to go officially. Is that that's their second timeout, I believe? Yeah, they called one very early, maybe when we were having the technical issues. So second timeout of the half for the Stripes, and we'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. 54.8 seconds to go in the second quarter. Stripes on the move again. Strachan rolls to his left under heavy pressure, just slings it out there looking for Lentavius Murphy. Slightly overthrown. Dangerous pass by Strachan, but no harm done.
I even think Will Welch was trying to get there in the picture just in case there was an interception or maybe even overthrown to where he could possibly catch it. But now the Stars are starting to gain some pressure onto the offense and able to get to the quarterback. Exactly what they need. Stop this team from scoring. Just get to the halftime.
Yeah, I think Murphy might have lost the ball on that one because he seemed to kind of pull up, and it wasn't, but a couple of yards overthrown. Nevertheless, it's 2nd and 10 from the Stars' 47-yard line. Ballard in motion. Strachan slings it out to him, and he'll get a few yards on 2nd down and bring up 2nd and about 6. Sorry, 3rd and about 6.
Good play call. A little trickery on the screen. I thought he was going to go the other way with it and just toss to the other guy. But had nobody around him. Got a few yards and manageable right here.
I don't believe we've seen the Stripes punt today, have we?
No, I can't say we have.
So Strachan just dumps it off before he gets hit. Nicely done. Again, looking at Jace Ballard on the reception. So it's going to be short of the 1st down by maybe a yard. And timeout is called on the field, I believe, by the Stars. Indeed, that's the case. So 35 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. .35 seconds to go in the first half. Under center is Strachan this time. Fakes a little handoff, and now he's running for his life under heavy rush from Josh Harper. Slings it out there to a wide open, but over the head of Singleton.
Just too much mustard. I mean, I can't blame Tinsman from being physical and just going for it. Why not? It's 4th and 1. You got the points. You had the lead by far. Do whatever.
If Strachan connects with Singleton on that one, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, he had nothing but green grass. No one was around him. He's by himself.
So, big win for the Stars defense as they turn back the Stripes for the first time this afternoon.
I mean, at this rate, if you can, it's only 20 seconds left. At least get to field goal range where you can get 3 points.
Passing on 1st down are the Stars. Looking at a back shoulder throw. Nicely caught there by Caleb Blaylock, I think. No, they're going to say he was out of bounds. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I was watching that, honestly, from here. And if you watch this replay, he literally catches the ball, but his footing is right on the white line as he goes down.
Gabe Drown in at quarterback on this series. Just threw it a little bit too far outside. So looking at it on the replay, he looks like he did have a foot out, so good call by the officials. 19.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Drown brings them to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers bunched to the top of the formation. Slings it out to the left side. Register bobbles it and can't come down with it. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Stick around at halftime. We will have performances from the cheerleaders for both squads. Is there 2 cheerleading squads or 1? Yeah, there is a cheerleading squad for each football team. So we will leave it here at halftime so you can watch those performances. And okay. I'm hearing they might be combining to make 1 squad. Appreciate all the hard work those young ladies have put in, as well as the young fellas out on the field here at Legion Field in Hammond Stadium. Looking left side, almost intercepted by number 22. That was Cal Forster from the Cabarrus Stallions out of North Carolina.
And he's sitting there looking at his hands like, how did I miss that? I don't know how you did, because that ball was all yours, buddy.
As my coach always told me, son, that's why you play defense.
For sure. Everybody is not meant to have hands, and sadly, you're on the other end for that.
So 10.5 seconds. It looks like the Stars will go for it here on 4th down. Not that risky of a decision there by Coach Christian Lane. As even if it's not converted, the Stripes won't have much time to do anything with it. Rolling left this time. Man out there, close to first down. Oh, he goes the wrong way. Let's see if he can fight back and get the yardage. He does. Converts the first down, but there's only 2 seconds to go. The Stars will need to call a timeout. But they don't have any.
He had to be a little worried there, because if he would have got tackled right there, it's 4th down and straight back.
Somebody called timeout here. Oh, maybe they did have one. That will be their last timeout. So we'll just leave it here for this final timeout of the first half. It's been entertaining, a little bit one-sided as the Stripes are making more big plays, especially in the passing game. Quarterback Trent Strachan having a nice game, as well as Drew Zach. Big game for Jace Ballard, catching the ball in the first half. Lantavius Murphy has a long touchdown catch.
It's really just been this defense, honestly, able to hold this Stars team to barely anything.
That's right. They have been, we haven't really picked out one particular player on defense, really. It's been a real team effort by the Stripes to hold the Stars in check here in the first half. Last play of the first half. Dumps it off for a short gain. I think that was number 89, Shepard Jones, on the catch from the Northern Virginia. Sorry, no, that was 86, Gregory Johnson from Springwood School in Alabama. And that'll take us to halftime. 21-3, Stripes leading the Stars in the 11-man upper class matchup of the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. Along with Brendan Daniel, I'm Scott Stafford. We are your announcers. Spencer Tomset is our producer extraordinaire, and we are directed by Jack Helwig. Third or fourth time's the charm with the names. So we'll take a quick break and be right back while the cheerleaders get ready to perform. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. Welcome back for the second half of the 11-man upper class game at the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Legion Field is our setting for today's games. At the upper field anyway, there's also a couple of games going on at the lower field. We'll update you on those games as the afternoon goes on. So the Stars elected to receive the opening half kickoff, so they'll kick it away here in the second half. Wade Register puts a boot into it. It's fielded by Lentavius Murphy around the 7-yard line. All the way out. Oh, he's got the sideline. And knocked out of bounds by the kicker, Wade Register. But not before he gets all the way out to the 44. And the Stripes will have excellent field position already with a 21-3 lead. So, Brendan, we were talking at halftime. The Stripes' defense has been stellar in the first half.
Absolutely.
What do the Stars need to do? Of course, they're on defense here. They need to get a stop, first thing. But when they get back on offense, how do you get some momentum, get some drives going against this Stripes' very athletic defense here in the second half?
They're going to need big plays for sure when it comes to offense. Just anything at this rate. You're down 21-3. You got to figure out a way to get this offense going because the defense, they've been doing their best, but they've been on the field way too long.
Singleton takes the handoff from quarterback Drew Zach. Gets a short gain on first down. That's a good way for the Stars defense to start this second half.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great start because they had trouble tackling him the first go-around in the first half, and now maybe Coach got into him about the tackles because that was a good wrap-up tackle by this defense. They're able to get those gaps in, too.
So Drew Zach is your quarterback for this opening drive, the second half for the Stripes. From Christchurch in Florida. He wants to throw it on second down. Slings it out to the right side. Catches, looked like it was going to be made. Good defense out there by number 11, Obi Harris, who's had a nice game so far through one half of play.
And even though he had that penalty, he's been making up for it ever since. He's been getting tackles. He's made that deflection there when it was needed the most because that would give him big field advantage there.
So the ideal way for the Stars to start the second half would be to get a stop here and force the Stripes to punt, obviously.
I think this will be the first punt they can get this stop right here.
You're right, Brendan. And they hand it off on third down, looking for running room. Won't find much as he's hit by number 29 and number 40. That would be middle linebacker Hunter Braswell from Bessemer Academy and defensive end Jeremiah Glass from Ezel Harding Christian in Tennessee.
And that's exactly what the Stars need in order to get a little breathing room for this defense, and now it's all up to the offense to get some type of points on the board.
So, as you said, first punt of the afternoon for the Stripes. Luke DeGantz will handle the punting duties. It's a nice spiraling punt. 2 men back to receive for the Stars, but they'll just let it bounce, and it gets a fantastic bounce. 13, so that's 12 and 37, 49-yard punt, if my math is correct. Nicely done by Luke DeGantz out of Northern Virginia. Northern Virginia Homeschool Athletic Association up there. The Centurions finished the season 9-2 and undefeated in conference play. Coached by Greg Piazza up there in Manassas, Virginia. So the Stars will start off with quarterback Gabe Drown. Throwing it out to the left side on first down. Swarmed under immediately is number 5, Cruz Giles. He was hit by 28, Reed Castleberry from Evangel Christian.
This defense, they're not giving up. doesn't matter what play this offense is throwing at them. A run play, screen play, pass play, they've been able to stop them and figure out what to do.
Yeah, not the best field position to start this first drive of the second half, but the Stars are going to have to find a way to take some shots downfield and convert those big chunk plays, explosive plays in the offense to get back in this one.
Or maybe even try to make holes for your star running back to even try to get them in there.
Under pressure is Drown. Can't get out of it as he is brought down by number 3. That is defensive tackle Caleb Cameron from Christchurch in Florida.
He has no choice but to sit there and eat it. He avoided the first pressure on, but that second pressure that hit him, he wasn't able to escape. A smart way just to get it out of the end zone and just eat that ball for a sack.
Again, those Stripes defensive linemen, not the biggest guys. I mean, maybe 60. Gabe Bridges from Chambers Academy is the biggest one out there, but they are just flying around and making life miserable for the Stars offense.
At that rate, you have to give it up to coaching. Maybe they were taught great techniques just to get past this offensive line.
3rd and Pigeon Forge upcoming, and that pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Wade Register out of the backfield.
He had no choice. Again, the screenplay gives the gap to that defensive lineman. He's able to get that pressure right onto the quarterback. Quarterback has to make a quick throw. Not able to get it to his running back.
And after that incompletion, Register will be punting from his own end zone. Has his heels on the goal line, and he'll need the punt of his career to flip the field position here.
And he doesn't have much room either, and he's going to have to get this thing away quickly because these guys are definitely going to rush him.
He gets it away. It's a knuckling punt. It is fielded around the 45-yard line. Plenty of turf in front of number 1, Jace Ballard, as he returns it all the way inside the 25-yard line, down around the 22. Short field upcoming for the Stripes.
Yeah, this Stars defense has their work cut out for them, as this is probably the shortest yards the Stripes has gotten. And they have taken advantage of every moment they could when it comes to this short yardage game.
Apologies, that might have been Joshua Scott out of Covenant Day in North Carolina on the return, not Jace Ballard, who they're both wearing number 1 and have white helmets, so it's kind of hard to tell which is which. And banged up on that lost yardage play is Singleton, as he is grabbed around the legs and dropped by number 97 defensive tackle Elijah Walker from Ezel Harding Christian. And he is down, and that does not look good. So we'll step aside and be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. And we're back. So Jay Singleton from Windsor Academy was the injured Stripes player. He was able to walk off the field. He's getting some treatment on the bench of the Stripes now by the medical staff. Prayers for that he's okay down there. Oh, sorry about that. We'll come back to Zamarian James here in a minute. Handoff to number 21 for the Stripes. That is, I believe, J.R. Kennard from Northside Christian. So we want to highlight Zamarian James, who is injured and not able to play today, from Asheville Christian. Just a great story, 5'7", 150 pounds, wide receiver, defensive back for Asheville Christian. He had 756 yards receiving, over 126 yards per game, 10 TDs, 11 total, so he also had a rushing one. But Asheville Christian, if you know the Asheville area and all that they've been through this year, just had a really tough time. Not only was their season cut short from the flooding, they also lost a number of players. So anyway, we just wanted to put the highlight on Zamarian, and just thankful he is here and representing his team back in Asheville, and just continue to pray for that area and the recovery that they're going through. So incomplete pass on third down. It's going to bring up 4th and long for the Stripes.
I think they're going to go kick it.
They are going to kick a long field goal here. So Luke DeGantz will have an opportunity for a 42-yarder. It's away, and it is just wide left. So DeGantz showing he has the leg. Just missed a little wide left. I think he missed wide left on his first field goal attempt, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Maybe he needs to think about going to the right a little bit.
Kind of like my golf shot, right?
I'm no golf expert, so that's all you.
So the Stars get a stop on defense, and now they need to put something together on the other side. Looks like they go back to Jacob Rowell at quarterback, the Bessemer Academy senior. Finished the season 1,299 passing yards, as Brendan mentioned earlier. Has a 113.2 QBR, so he needs to leverage that to bring his team back, as he's under heavy rush here from the Stripes, and finally brought down in the backfield. It looks like that was big 67. Yeah, big 67 for the Stripes. That is Spencer Newman from Chambers Academy.
And I think the strategy from the coach is he gives you a better chance, since this defense is applying so much pressure onto you. He can at least run out the ball and give you some yards. But on that play, it's just hard when you got that much pressure on you.
So 2nd and 15 upcoming as the Stars find themselves behind the sticks.
And another thing from a defensive line purview, if you can figure out if the quarterback likes to go lateral or vertical, you can figure out a way of how to stop him on his running, because some quarterbacks like that.
Oh, and ball is fumbled in the backfield. Looked like there was some confusion. Are they going to say it was it was a forward pass, so it's an incomplete. And a break for the Stars there. As you get that sometimes, just some confusion on the play call there in an all-star game.
Like I said, one practice is not enough. Sometimes you need more than that to understand who's doing what and where. But when you're playing this all-star game, you got one practice and you got to figure it out, what's what.
So 3rd and 15 upcoming for Rowell. He's got some time this time. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, heaves it to the left side, and overthrows his man who was open out there. Number 4, he was looking for, I believe that was Caleb Blaylock.
And he looks down too.
Oh, Rowell is down. Oh, no, that's not good. So he got hit as he released the ball, and he is down. So while they check on him, we'll take a break and be right back. Jacob Rowell able to walk off the field. But we'll see if he is able to return after he got injured on that last passing play, which did not convert the first down. So the Stars find themselves in a familiar formation, unfortunately, this afternoon, having to punt on 4th and 15. High snap. Register gets it down, gets a nice high spiraling punt away. It turns over again, hits around the 40 and takes a nice – oh, it's going to be handled. Oh, almost a huge mental error there, as Joshua Scott might have been wanting to pick that up and return it, but he lost the handle on it, and a Stripes member of the return team was able to jump on it.
Yeah, I don't know why he was trying to risk it there. Just let the ball roll. Let the yards be where it is and just go.
I think he was looking at the scoreboard and thinking, well, we're up 21-3. Why not give it a shot here?
I mean, yeah, but you don't want to give these guys a chance. If they get that momentum going on the side, who knows what happens. There's plenty of time on the board.
I was listening to Coach Smith talk to him, and he made it very clear early on with this Stripes team that he wanted to win today. He just did not want to come up all the way up here to Gatlinburg, Tennessee from Alabaster, Alabama, and lose.
And I think they got that message for sure.
Kemp Swords hands it off to number 30. Tough running around the right end. Looked like he might have got the first down. That's running back Luke Tarver from Chambers Academy.
Just a perfect run, perfect holes being made by the offense all around. Even the wide receivers pitching in for good blocking, able to give them good yards on the first down.
Kemp Swords in on this series at quarterback for the Stripes out of Evangel Christian in Alabaster. Tell you a story about Kemp in a minute. As he takes it off around left end, stumbles a little bit, still managed to beat the defender to the edge. Gets the first down inside the 40. A couple of Stars defenders collide there, and one of them's going to be slow to get up. But anyway, Kemp Swords is obviously from Evangel Christian in Alabaster, where I'm from, and Coach Smith has been fortunate to have him play quarterback for him the last 2 years. Led the team in rushing and obviously passing this year from the quarterback position. Just a natural athlete, plays baseball as well. And we go out last night and do axe throwing, right? Kid's never picked up an axe before. Every time he threw it, it struck. And, you know, there's 3 other kids playing, and none of them can even get it to stick in the board. He gets this to stick every time and almost, you know, throws a bullseye target. So he hands it off here on first down. Nice run again as the Stripes are doing it through the air and on the ground here this afternoon. But the kid's just a natural, and he's the most unassuming kid. Like, you look at him, and he's probably one of the smallest guys on the field out there, if not the smallest, and just gets it done, just a natural athlete.
I wonder if he practices on that, knowing that he is probably not well known. He probably thought that he wasn't going to be much and thought he was going to just be that one guy that's just able to do things here and there. And then he's just developed into this great talent that you see now. There's some guys out there that work hard to get what they need to go.
Lost yardage on the play that time as 55, I believe that was Jeremiah Jackson from Southside Christian in South Carolina that was able to drop him for a loss. Swords again. Fakes a handoff. Little RPO. Pitches it out to the right side. I believe that was Jace Ballard, the recipient of that pitch. Nice play. Gained close to the first down yardage. It's going to bring up 4th and a couple.
And this is why they put in Kemp Swords. He can do running. He can throw. He definitely opens up your playbook to do whatever you need to do to get this offense going.
I mentioned he led Evangel Christian in rushing, and the thing about that is he's got that knack that you need as a running quarterback to not take the big hit. He always seems to lean the right way at the last second to avoid the big hit, manage to stay healthy as a dual-threat quarterback. As the Stripes go with a 2-tight formation this time, Swords lost the handoff, and the Stars got it. That's number 28, I believe. 28 or 29. Middle linebacker Hunter Braswell from Bessemer Academy came up with the turnover.
Exactly what the Stars need. And I couldn't tell you what happened. This just one mistake by Kemp Swords. It looks like he was trying to hold on to that ball. He couldn't.
Well, he went under center. So that's probably the first challenge right there is most of these quarterbacks these days are not under center. And you see that happen so often with guys that are usually in shotgun. They go under center, and they just can't handle the center quarterback exchange. Looking to throw now is Gabe Drown. Got a man out there. Oh, it's intercepted. Stepped in front of the pass, did number 12. That's number 12 for the Stripes, TJ Daniel from Chambers Academy, and he's going to have a pick 6.
And he didn't take that ball away. He took that ball away. As the wide receiver thought he had it, no way, good sir. I got you covered like a blanket, son. Pick 6.
And you can see why Chambers Academy was so dominant in AISA 3A ball in Alabama this year. They've had kids out here all day making plays.
Just a good read by the secondary there, by this whole team defense exclusively. It's kind of going to be hard, definitely, to pick the MVP on this team.
Yep. So the extra point is up and good. The Stripes extend their lead. You know, they went 0 for 2 on their first 2 offensive drives, and they said, that's okay, we'll just get it done on the defensive side. And they extend their lead to 3 scores.
At this rate, if you're the Stars, you're just doing whatever you can to make this manageable. I know you just don't want 3 points on the board because that looks kind of bad on you, especially an all-star game.
So, 4:58 to go in the third quarter. Spencer, we got an update on that game down on the lower field? Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
It's
wow.
more lopsided than this one. It's 47-6, Honor over Grit.
And looks
In
like
the
they
field.
just scored another touchdown.
Just started the fourth quarter, or early in the fourth quarter down there.
Short of the goal, sorry. Oh, Grit just scored.
Kick is away. Fielded around the 10-yard line, and running it back is Cruz Giles. Gets out near the 30. Decent field position for the Stars on this drive. Grit just scored a touchdown and converted the 2-point conversion. So it's now 47-14 in that matchup.
First down and 10 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line.
So the Stars, looks like Jacob Rowell has his helmet off over there on the sideline. Not sure if we're going to see him return. Oh, the ball is on the ground. Drown couldn't come up with it, and it's going to be, it looks like the offense might have gotten it back. I don't know. No, they give it to the Stripes. Oh, my goodness.
This defense just put on a clamp, but that was just a missed mistake by the center. Just a terrible snap. It's just straight on the ground. The quarterback doesn't have a chance. He's getting pushed out the way by the defensive lineman.
Looks like Hayes, Germany comes up with the fumble recovery. Hayes is out of Central Hines Academy in Mississippi. It's a little confusion by the Stripes, and Coach Smith needs to call a timeout here as they can't get the right personnel on the field after the turnover. So I believe that's their first timeout of the half. And we'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. .440 to play in the third quarter. Quarterback goes under center again. This time a handoff to one of the three guys in the backfield. I believe that was that Paul Dixon that had the carry? Number 14 or no? Anyway, I guess I missed it. Might have been 22, Cal Forster.
Yeah, I would go with 22.
They actually have two number 21s on the field right now. That's illegal, but it is an all-star game, so probably not going to get that penalty called on them.
I guess the ref would say red hat or blue hat.
Looks like the Stripes will stay in the two tight end formation. Old school T offense here as the quarterback's running into his own man as he drops back. Now he's running for his life, is Strachan. Just trying to get what he can. Touchdown, Stripes.
I think I did see a little block in the back there, but that's why that number 10 has his hands up like, excuse me, hey, can I get a play call? Yeah, watch on this replay.
Was that at the end of the play?
No, it was as the quarterback was making a scramble over.
Oh, okay.
You won't see it, but, oh, yeah, right there. The first guy, I think he got blocked in the back, but the refs didn't see it. They were occupied with everything else going on. It's hard for refs to catch everything.
So Strachan with his first rushing touchdown of the afternoon. has at least one passing to Lantavius Murphy. And the extra point is up and good for number 29, Luke DeGance. Sorry. Break. Okay, we're going to take a break. Be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. .3:30 to play in the third quarter. This one is all Stripes up 35-3. As Luke DeGance kicks it away, it's fielded close to the goal line. It's going to be brought out by Zeke Clanton. Big hit. I think that was Paul Dixon, number 14, in coverage from Evangel Lightning. And he's a unique story again. Another Evangel kid that I know did not play. This senior year was his first year playing football since flag football, like when he was a young teenager. And if he had had a couple more years, he might be one of the better players on the field. Just a great athlete. Really didn't get comfortable tackling well until the latter part of the season and really hitting. And you can see there on that kickoff coverage, really coming to his own. So Jacob Rowell is back on the field, and there's a penalty flag called now. Oh, legal substitution is going to be called on the Stars. They must have broken the huddle with 13 players. Yeah, 2 guys in the backfield, 4 receivers.
And you're already down bad. Penalties are not going to help you here. You need everything in your ability at this rate just to score. Stop the bleeding at least.
So Rowell is going to have to do it on 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. Hands it off to, didn't catch a number on that one.
I'm going to say 35 or 25.
0. That was Sutton Mallory from the Georgia Force on the carry. Looks like he might have got a yard. 2nd and 14. Under 3 minutes to play here at Hammond Stadium.
I don't know if anybody else caught it, but Rowell is running out from the coach with his arm hanging down. It's a little scary there.
He's going to fake the handoff and eludes a tackler in the backfield, but then he runs into big number 72, Rylan Kirshner from Worthington Christian in Ohio.
Nice, perfect mid hit by the young fella.
Mentioned there are a couple of players from Ohio. That we have Zane Moses from the Stars, who plays for the Columbus Crusaders. And Kirshner is the other player from Ohio, Worthington Christian. Let's see. Nope. Looks like Kirshner had 44 tackles on the season, 3 sacks. So big play for him. That was a 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 13. Little wide receiver screen this time. And running him down from behind is number 28, Reed Castleberry from Evangel Christian. So that's going to bring up 4th and 5 and decision time as Coach Christian Lane's offense is backed up at their own 25, but down by 32.
Does look like they're going to punt it here.
They are, and we're under a minute to play in the third quarter.
Probably best because this team, the Stripes are definitely scoring at this field advantage.
Joshua Scott deep to receive for the Stripes. He's going to let this one go. Looks like it's going to bounce and be down to around the 40-yard line. So about a 33-yard punt that time from Luke DeGance. I'm sorry, that was Wade Register. And the Stripes have it back. Let's see who will lead the offense from the QB position on this drive. Back to number 8, Drew Zach from Christchurch in Florida. Will Welch comes in motion. Pitches it to Lontavius Murphy. Makes a couple of guys miss. Gets loose down the sideline and tripped up out of bounds, or knocked out of bounds, rather, by number 10, cornerback Jonathan Tully from the Georgia Force.
Terry, it's just a star wide out here. He knows how to move and miss blocks. This team has their handful with this guy. Watch this replay. 1 juke, 2 miss, and he's just free land. And even on that miss, if he stayed in bounds, it's nothing but green grass in front of him. Honestly, if I could vote MVP, I would say it might be him.
Yeah. Handoff, nice hole up the middle, right up the gut for number 22, Cal Forster. And he's going to have 8 yards before he gets pushed back, and that'll be the last play of the third quarter. So all Stripes in this one, 35-3. We will take a break and be right back. You're watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl. And we're back. Drew Zach hands off to number 22, Cal Forster. Short gain on the play. Fourth quarter action of the 11-man upper class game at the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Beautiful facility here at Gatlinburg Pittman High School. These guys have done it well up here. Quite the sports complex. I guess a partnership with the city, Spencer, to create these facilities for all the events that they have here. Not just the schools activities, but they've got soccer fields, gym for basketball games and volleyball and everything else. So quite the facilities here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee for all of these events that they host in Rocky Top Sports World. They're going to say offsides on the defense there. That'll give the Stripes a first down.
Hard count. always gets them eventually. You've seen Aaron Rodgers do it. You see other quarterbacks do it. And it actually works in high school.
Hand off to Forrester. Good for about 3. I bring
Hand off to Forrester that time, or Forrester rather. Got about 3 yards. He'll check out as number 21, Eli Wharton from Chambers Academy, checks in. So I'm trying to find it. Is Lantavius Murphy signed anywhere or committed anywhere? Do you know? Let's see. He's a senior. He's 6'3", 205, and he's obviously showing out here in the All-Star game.
If he's not signed anywhere now, he'll definitely get some offers after watching this game. If anybody's watching and paying attention.
Out of River Oaks in Louisiana. Wide receiver screen to the right side. Number 10, Keegan Carroll on the catch out of Mount Zion in North Carolina. He's going to have a first down.
Really, if you're any college team, if you've been watching these Stripes, defense, offense, you're going to pick up some good guys. It's been a big team effort, as you can see on the scoreboard, 35-3.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier in the game, you can see Big 61 out there with his head above the rest of the Stripes players on the field. He is an Ole Miss signee, consensus 3-star recruit out of River Oaks in Louisiana.
If you can go back and watch this game, you can see his blocking has been a key evidence to this team able to run, pass, and all. I think I even saw him downfield one time on a run.
Quick pass out to the right side, complete to number 5, Teddy Helton out of Covenant Day in North Carolina. And quarterback Drew Zach is distributing the ball to a lot of different Stripes receivers here in the second half. Second and short upcoming. They can get a first down at the 4-yard line, can the Stripes.
At this rate, it's just give the ball to whoever, run the clock as much as you can. I mean, we're going to score eventually. As you see, we're so close.
Coach Smith is yelling for the running back to widen out, Eli Wharton. So they run a reverse there, and he's going to have the corner, does Jace Ballard. That's going to be another touchdown for the Stripes.
Nice little jet sweep after finally getting your offense right where it needs to be. And even though the Stars almost called him out, he's just fast enough to beat everybody on the out and get a touchdown.
Interesting, as I was saying, Coach Smith is yelling for his running back, Eli Wharton, to kind of flex a little bit out away from the quarterback. I guess that was to make sure he didn't interfere with that pop pass on the sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Just little details like that, you know, that makes all the difference in these all-star games.
As you tell, Coach like Tim Smith still yelling at his offense. Ooh.
First bad kick from, oh, was it blocked? Okay. So that extra point from Luke DeGance got blocked. So the score will remain 41-3. So do we have an update on the field on the lower game? 47-14 still, so 4 minutes to go in that one. 10 minutes, over 10 minutes to go in this one. As you will probably see from here on out, it's less about trying to win the game and just trying to get all the different players some touches, you know, some looks.
Yeah,
I think both coaches want to win, but at the end of the day, it's an all-star game, and you want everybody to get some looks.
Yeah, here, especially for the seniors, it's just anybody that's not signed, give them some looks. But as the guys that are signed, it's just have some fun, show your talent, and maybe learn from the other guys while you're at it.
Kick is fielded inside the 10. Trying to find some room on the left side is number 11, Zeke Clanton. So the Stars will have it 1st and 10 around the 21-yard line. And it looks like Jacob Rowell is going to take the field on another drive for the Stars. Tough kid. Looked like he injured his shoulder or something after taking a big hit on a pass play in the first half, and he's toughing it out here in Gatlinburg.
Gotta definitely give him some kudos. Kid has a big heart.
Oh, a little trickeration there, as that was number 11 receiving a handoff after Wade Register took the handoff from Rowell. So a double handoff play that gets about 4 yards for the Stars. That's a decent play on first down.
Maybe should have called that play beforehand. Maybe they gained some good yards at the beginning.
So I wonder what, usually you think of trick plays in an all-star game like this, some reverses, double reverse passes, that kind of thing. How about a double handoff? We've seen a hook and ladder today,
Yeah.
but a double handoff, I don't think I've ever seen that in an all-star game.
It's rare. It's a rare call sometimes, but if you got it, use it eventually.
That time a handoff of the more traditional type goes to Zeke Clanton. Nice gain on second down, brings up 3rd and short.
Wonder if we'll ever see a halfback throw for a little trickery play.
Cool thing, I want to mention Valiant Cross out of Montgomery, Alabama. Got a few players here today. Relatively new in the football scene in Alabama, playing in the AISA, Alabama Independent Schools Association. Their head coach, Fred Brock, probably doesn't remember me, but I remember him. He played at Clemson and grew up in Montgomery area, and quite an athlete. Faking a man in the backfield is Rowell, and gets a nice gain for a first down as the Stars move the sticks. Just completely juked Ethan Stallings in the backfield. And he gets up a little gimpy.
Yeah, you got to be hurting after you just threw your shoulder down in there. Even though you're fighting for the first yards and showing how much of a dog you are, it's not good for you to throw that shoulder there.
It looks like Gabe Drown is going to have to come in as Rowell goes to the turf. So we'll take a quick break as they check on him, and he is obviously frustrated. We'll be right back. All right, so Jacob Rowell has gone to the sideline again, injured for the second time this afternoon. Gabe Drown comes in at quarterback for the Stars. He'll hand it off. Nice gain on first down of about 4 or 5 yards. Again, Zeke Clanton toting the rock for the Stars. We want to mention the Wounded Warrior Project, who is partnered with the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl this weekend. That's a nonprofit organization that helps wounded, ill, and injured veterans and their families. Their mission is to help veterans thrive after their service by providing resources, advocacy, and support. So very cool of the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl to partner with them this weekend, and I know they'd appreciate your support if you are able to do so. Short gain on second down. So bring up 3rd and short for Gabe Drown and the Stars. Kind of surprised. I mean, the passing game hasn't been there for the Stars this afternoon, but, you know, down significantly here, you might think they'd try to air it back and get their air it out rather, and get their receivers some touches. Another handoff, this time to 24, Anthony Hawkins Jr. He gets the first down yardage across midfield.
At the same time, I think coaches are just playing it safe, or at least coach on the Stars side is playing it safe, not trying to get any more guys hurt, especially quarterback-wise.
That's a good point. Got some guys banged up this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So first down across midfield, and the clock winds almost halfway through the 4th quarter. So Coach Tim Smith is looking like he'll be able to go back to Alabaster with another win under his belt, this time in an all-star game. Pop pass, there's a little trickeration on the reverse off the pop pass. And some blocking out there with a big hit from 2 Stripes defenders, 34 and 21. That is Dylan Williams from Central Hines, Mississippi, and J.R. Kennard from Northside Christian in South Carolina. Thought he had something going before the big hit netted only 2 yards on first down.
Trickery plays, at least gaining little yards, but not enough to make an impact.
So 2nd and 8 for Drown. He's going to hand it off again. That's Sutton Mallory from the Georgia Force toting the rock that time. 3rd and 4 upcoming.
Mallory on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
So, you know, we mentioned injuries. There has been a couple of injuries, but fortunately that's been held mostly in check. I think guys are more just banged up. I don't think we've seen any significant. Big 70 for the Stars did go out with a possible leg injury. Jordan Holt from Ezel Harding. We haven't seen him re-enter the game.
But Jacob Brown's back out again.
And now Sutton Mallory is limping off the field a little bit. So clock winds, under 4 minutes to go. Stars trying to get lined up here. Fourth and 3. Rowell looking, dumps it off. Got a man, number 4. That's Caleb Blaylock from Valiant Cross in Montgomery, Alabama. Coach Brock is maybe watching at home, cheering his young man on as he's had a nice afternoon representing Valiant Cross this afternoon. I know who that number 13 is. That's a young man named Simon Stafford from Evangel Christian. Might be my youngest. Handoff, number 11, Zeke Clanton, who's had a heavy workload here this afternoon. He gets about 7 yards on first down, or 8 yards. One of the better running plays of the afternoon for the Stars.
No interesting stories about this one this year?
Well, kind of like I mentioned about Paul Dixon from Evangel, Simon sat out the last couple of years, wanted to focus on his fishing career, which he's still doing the bass fishing thing, but he came back and played his senior year and had a nice season, had a broken thumb and had to sit out a few games, but He had a good time. He's thankful to be here. I think if truth be told, he'd probably tell you he was a second or third alternate. No, he's had a solid season, so he's just happy to be here. 3rd and short upcoming for the Stars. But, you know, the thing about Evangel, they were so loaded the last 2 previous years. The entire defense last year was seniors, and then some. And, you know, some of the reserves were even seniors. And he wouldn't have played, basically, you know, on either one of those teams the last couple of years. As Rowell is going to try to get the first down yardage himself. Fights for it, and he's got it. Man.
What a dog.
What a dog.
Hats off to him. I know he's hurting so bad, but he is putting the team on his back and trying to get something going for this team as he is still limping.
And he leads his offense to the line for a few more plays here as we're counting down to 1 minute to go in the 4th quarter. There's that man bouncing it to the outside. Can he get the corner? Hit hard around the 10-yard line by Kemp Swords, who's in on defense now. But he gets all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Stars. Trying to get their first touchdown here of the afternoon.
This is the type of play they needed earlier. Just the guys that electrocute, just go out there and just do something for this team. And I think just because Rao's been out there and maybe it's giving this team that moment.
Zeke Clanton is probably going to, you know, I don't think they do an MVP of both teams, right? They just do it of the victorious team, I believe. And but if I had to give it to the Stars, it'd have to be number 1, the quarterback,
Sure.
Jacob Rowell, who's just been a warrior out there this afternoon. My second choice would be running back Zeke Clanton. Or Obi Harris has had a nice game. We haven't called his name as much the second half, but he had a really solid first half.
It's just been like the little tangible things for him.
Yeah. Wade Registers had a nice game from Trinity Christian in Georgia, kicking the ball and punting, and running the ball. In fact, he has the Stars' only points with a long 49-yard field goal.
So see, coaches, even if you get a kicker and a punter, they can do other things too.
So 1st and goal for the Stars here. Let's see if Rowell and team can punch it in. Rowell looking to the right side. Throws a little fade route. Some pushing and shoving going on. The man's got it. I think that's number 86.
Yep.
That is Gregory Johnson III from Springwood School in Alabama.
Just able to just climb the ladder, get up there, and get that big touchdown that they needed the most. Just to say sake.
Yeah, a little hand fighting going on out there as Paul Dixon was in coverage from Evangel. Oh, you know he's going to hear about that on the ride home.
Yep. How can you lose that one-on-one?
Yeah. Significant size advantage there for Johnson. And he was able to win the battle. Kick is up, and it is good. So a little more respectable for the Stars as they're able to punch it in. Again, that man, Jacob Rowell, who's just been a warrior all afternoon, throws a nice pass, lets his man Johnson high point it, and is able to get a touchdown. We need to get a camera on that guy over there. So final score of the lower field game, 60-21, Honor over Grit in the eight-man upper class. Yes, thank you. There's so many games they all run together in my head. I mean, it's only 5, but you've got 8-man Rising Stars, 8-man upper class, 8-man seniors, 11-man Rising Stars, and 11-man upper class. Whew. I'm glad you're doing the next one, Mr. Spencer. Well, Brendan, I say it's been a joy to be here with you this afternoon on the call.
Yes, sir. It's been a great honor and enjoyed calling this game with you.
Yep. As Wade Registers lines up to kick it away again, Lantavius Murphy is deep to receive for the Stripes. Oh, it's an onside kick. And the Stars have a chance at it. Did they get it?
I think they got it.
They did. I didn't see who came up with it. They gave it to the official immediately. Was it register?
We got replay here.
Okay.
Let's see.
If it was 9, that would be John Paul Schutz.
No, 24.
24 is Anthony Hawkins Jr., a running back from Hickory Grove out of North Carolina. So my question is, where was that a few scores ago? well, actually, sorry, you have to score to be able to do an onside kick. My bad. Yeah, I think my brain is done here. So, nevertheless, the Stars line up at the 49 of the Stripes. And Rowell, looking for a man down the right sideline, throws it over the defender, and number 80, is that 86 again that can't come down with it? Gregory Johnson III? Or is that another 80? That might be Shepard Jones, 89. Let's see if we can get a good look at that number. Too hard to tell. It almost looks like 88, but there's not an 88 on the roster. So I'm going to go with 89, Shepard Jones. Indeed it is. So 2nd and 10 upcoming. 48 seconds to go. Rowell, the Warrior, slings it to the right side. This time Jones comes down with it. Unfortunately, he's hit out of bounds immediately for a short gain. Why aren't they stopping the clock?
Mercy roll.
Okay. Maybe we are under a hot clock situation here. Maybe they say his forward progress was stopped before he went out of bounds. Nevertheless, Rowell's going to look to throw on 3rd down. Heavy pressure. And that's going to stop the clock with just under 15 seconds to go. So stay tuned, folks. After this one, we'll have the final matchup at the upper field of the day. And Spencer Thompson will be back on the call. Spencer, who's your color commentary? Blake Biggs will be color commentary for that matchup. So now we'll have 4th and 8. As QB1 needs to give some instructions to his wide receiver. Now Rowell just flings it out there to number 24, Anthony Hawkins Jr. And Hawkins gets rode out of bounds. Big hit over there. 56 was involved. That was Hayes, Germany from Central Hines Academy in Mississippi. That'll stop the clock with 4.6 seconds to go. And now they wind it, and that'll do it. Yeah, it must have been a hot clock. They really wanted the clock ref to wind the clock. So Stripes over Stars, 41-10. Brendan, again, it's been a pleasure. Spencer Thompson, our producer. Jack Helwig, our director. Kirk Stallings and our other cameraman, Andrew Hasley, our camera operator. So we appreciate all those guys' help. And for Brendan Daniel, I'm Scott Stafford. We will sign off and be back shortly for the afternoon finale. You've been watching the Gatlinburg All-American Bowl Upper Class 11-man game. We'll be back shortly.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Jameson, do you have a schedule ready?
He put something in there. I don't know. I told him to put it in the freaking group chat.
You don't even have me in the group chat. Oh, luckily, like you said, you do.
Now it's time for our individual awards. Up first, our most valuable cheerleader, Miss Zoe Wagner. Next, our ham bone, most important offensive lineman of the game, number 67, Spencer Newman.
Coaches did say
Our defensive player of the game, one of your captains from Chambers Academy, number 12, T.J. Daniel. Our offensive player of the game, number 1, coming all the way from Lakeway Christian, Mr. Chase Ballard.
Someone just waved at the freaking camera.
And your MVP from Northside Christian, middle linebacker number 21, J.R. Kennard.
Well, we didn't call as much on the defense.
Sorry, the whole group was there.
Yeah.